Hello again, Jax West, Stephen Avery Project, Justice with Jax, MAM Gossip, going over the Stephen Avery Calumet County jail calls. These are from when he was in jail. This one is February 4th, so Brendan still is not a suspect at this time. Stephen has not gone to trial. This is when the county wanted him to have access to the phone to call everybody and say everything so they could use it against him. So we're no longer listening to every single call because there's a lot, and a lot of them are really tedious and not important. So we're skipping around to the ones that are listed as ones worth listening to. So this one is call number 483. From February 4th, 2006. It is at 8:07 p.m. and this call lasts 1 hour and 27 minutes. So this will be its own video. When this one's done, we'll end this video and start another if we're still have time. And as I'm supposed to say at the beginning of all these, make sure you thumbs up. I see most of you already have, because I'm told they're easier to find in searches. The more thumbs up you get, and then click to subscribe and click a bell or something. So then when I go live, you get an email notification, which sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. But I guess sometimes are better than no times. Jeff feels like a nut. He's singing. Oh, nope, he doesn't feel like a nut now. Because... Okay, yeah, I know. Weird. And hello, everybody who's returned. And play.
CBS 5. This is a public communication services collect call from
Stephen Avery.
An inmate at the Calumet County Jail. The use of three-way or a call rating will disconnect the call. This call will be monitored and recorded. To accept this call, dial 5 now.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah? Who's this?
This is CBS 5 News.
That woman sounds like a child.
We have Anjanette Levy right here.
Okay, I can talk to him too.
Okay, just a second, Mr. Avery.
All right, thanks.
How are you doing?
Well, with all the stuff on TV, not so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Anjanette she's just going to be a second. We just have her working on something. I have someone trying to find her right now.
Oh. I guess I got some letters for you.
You have some letters for
Yeah,
us?
my mom made some copies when I was in prison from my ex-wife.
Oh, yes. You have some for us? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah. Well, that will explain for what I did with the other letters.
Oh, right.
You know. And she told me she was going to kill the kids and everything else and commit suicide. And
yeah, and so you have some stuff that would kind of counter what we put on?
Yeah.
Well, we're really glad that you called because we want to, obviously we want to know that kind of stuff. So we don't, we don't want to just be one-sided.
Yeah.
Well, if true, that's nice that they don't want to be one-sided.
Try few different numbers.
Oh, to get in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Well, yeah, I got different numbers, from everybody.
Oh, okay.
And some of them don't go through. And,
oh, that's weird. Yeah.
I don't think they got it set up like this here, so I don't talk to too many people.
Okay. I know we have a few different numbers here, and one of them brings you directly to the newsroom, and another one brings you to, like, an operator. So it kind of depends on what you get.
Yeah.
Okay, Stephen, listen. I'm gonna transfer you over to Anjanette.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. If something could happen. Our phone system, as you just said, is a little bit quirky. So if something happens, just give us a call back, okay?
That's sometime between when I reached the wage.
Debbie, yeah, that was intense.
It's hard to tell. It just was scary. I mean, with a sketch artist.
Hello?
Yeah?
Steven. Hi, how are you?
I'm not too good.
You're not, what's wrong?
Well, the stuff on the news.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. What is, do you know anything about this? This thing in the newspaper and the thing we reported tonight that Mr. Zakowski told us about?
I don't know what she told you about.
Mr. Zakowski, the Brown County DA?
Oh. Well, yeah, nothing happened between me and her.
Oh, okay. Well, Stephen, I was wondering, do you care if we record this conversation so we can tell?
He's talking to CBS 5 News.
Okay, so you're giving me permission to record this conversation?
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell me, you said nothing happened between you and her, so it sounds like you know what they're referring to.
So they're talking about Marie, but he did have sex with Marie.
Oh, well, Candy, she don't like me, so she thought there was something going on.
Okay.
Between me and her daughter. We were spending time together. We went fishing, ice fishing, and everything else. And she thought there was more than that, you know. So she had investigated.
Okay, so basically this woman, you were seeing a woman, is that right?
No, it's my brother's kid.
Oh, your brother's
kid, yeah.
Okay, so your brother's daughter had accused you of some stuff.
No, his wife did.
Oh, I'm sorry. So your brother's wife, is that Candy?
Yeah.
Oh, so Candy is accusing you of assaulting her.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I know that you guys, you guys don't get along, isn't that right?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
You know, since I've been out, we don't get
He
along.
did sleep with Marie, so this is the only time now I'm hearing him in a lie.
Okay, so why haven't you guys gotten along since you got out?
I don't like her side of the family. There's more questions on her side.
Thank you, Jay. I just got notification that you subscribed.
You know, but her side ain't that great. Her daddy touched her and everything else, and that's why I don't like her.
Okay.
You know, she's trying to hide everything, and then I suppose I don't know why she don't like me or whatever. But then her daughter was spending more time with me than with her, and then she thought there was something going on and everything else, so she called the cops on that and had investigated. But she already told them 100 times already that nothing happened.
Okay, so Candy is saying her daughter, that she's trying to say you did something to her daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. So is that like her older daughter? Doesn't she have a couple of daughters?
Yeah.
Isn't her name Marie?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I met her one time.
Sheena Marie is Earl, Stephen's youngest brother's stepdaughter.
Stephen didn't do anything to me.
No.
I see.
So I was told he did sleep with Marie. But now I have to think about that because I think I was told that by family, and the family lies. So did he really sleep with Marie or not? I know that he hung out with her. I know when I was visiting with Stephen last year, he told me him and Marie still talk to this day. So,
I've always wanted to talk to you. I'm so glad you called me. I know I got to talk to you on the phone before.
and we never hear Stephen lying about anything. So is he lying about this? Or, when I was told by Stephen's family that he did have sex with Marie, but his family has been shown they can't be trustworthy.
And Marie's saying, no, nobody did anything to me.
Yeah.
So Candy's not saying that you hurt her.
No.
Okay. All right. Do you know when this what this is pertaining to?
Yes, Mary, I got you there.
Do you know the exact incident?
Well, just when Candy called the cops on me.
So it was just like one time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Well, Gosh, and it happened like, I guess, like a year and a half ago. That's a long time.
Yeah. And
okay.
they investigated and they didn't find nothing. They talked to people. So I suppose they just want to have more dirt on me. What makes me look bad.
Okay.
Nothing happened. I ain't gonna do nothing to my brother's kid. We had fun. I first got out.
Yeah, Debbie, I have to think on that because, like I said, he never lies. You can tell all this stuff he's saying, he's telling the truth. So, and so maybe I have to change my thinking on that, and that he didn't have sex with Marie.
Going on in there.
I believe it was Carla that told me that he had sex with Marie. It was either Carla or Barb that told me.
To anyone, it's not my style. But then I got some letters for you.
Yeah.
From my ex-wife that wrote me in prison. My mom's got them all copied.
Your mom's what?
She's got them all copied, so you can get a copy of it.
Oh, she does? Well, that's good. We tried to contact her, and she didn't call me back.
Yeah. Well, she goes to bed early.
Oh, your ex-wife?
No.
Your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I felt bad. I woke her up when I called her a couple weeks ago, and she said she was real sick.
Yeah.
And I know I tried to call your ex-wife, and she, didn't return our phone calls, so...
And remember, Stephen's ex-wife, Lori, is married to Brendan's dad, Pete Dassey.
You want me to call Stephen? Steve? Okay, Stephen. Do you think, I know that going to prison, I know, like, the minute you walked through those doors and you knew you were going there for something you didn't do, I know it had to be hard. And you were losing your family, and, what was going on when you wrote all those letters?
Well, I don't know. I had a lot of hate in me for what they did for me and everything else. And then the struggle between my wife and me, always bitching back and forth. And she say one thing, I say another thing. And then she tell me she can't take it no more. She's going to kill the kids and then kill herself and everything else. And, I had to deal with all of that. So then I don't know, stupid me.
Yeah.
I had to write back, and instead of writing her, I wasted a stamp on that. So I wrote it in with the kids' letters, which they were kind of young to read anyway. So, but I shouldn't have did that though. But I did it.
Did you? Well, what's up with I know you said you had a lot of hate in you, and I know it had to be hard being in there, and you didn't know what was going to happen, and they didn't have DNA back then to help you and all that. You said, kind of silly me, I shouldn't have done it. What about, I guess they said, like you said, you wanted to, harm her in another way, there was some, sexual mutilation stuff going on?
Well, there was a picture. See, I was cutting some cards out of magazines, and then I was cutting a piece of cardboard of a tablet, and the picture was underneath there. And I cut it, then I noticed it was cut, so I pulled the scissors out, and the picture was underneath there. I figured, well, I couldn't, you can't have stuff there. It's been tampered with, because then you can hide stuff in it. So then I sent it to her, which I should have just threw it away.
Yeah.
But,
hello, Be Happy.
I know we all do things, sometimes that we wish we could take back.
I wish I could take everything back. But, I was in there for something I didn't do. And I guess my loved ones they took the punishment, And somebody had to take it, because I didn't want to screw up in there. Then you'd be in the hole and everything else, so they took the punishment. And when I was in a bad mood, and that's when I write the bad letters. When you get scared, you're trying to do something to make up for something, Which everything I did never worked anyway. At first I didn't want a divorce, and I told her to get out and to go for a divorce and everything else. Then quite a few years before I got out. My sister got a divorce from Pete. And then my ex-wife married him.
Oh, your ex-wife married Peter Yonda?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
No, Peter Dassey.
Oh, I'm sorry, Peter Dassey.
Yeah.
Call from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Are you still there, Stephen?
Yeah.
Okay, so your ex-wife married Peter Dassey, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are they still married?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which I thought there was something going on there a long time ago, but I don't know. There's just hearsay what I hear all of that. You know, and that got me all upset too and everything else, so. And my whole bit, I don't know, I wanted to get back with my wife and my kids. After I got out, you know, I wanted my kids, but then between me and her, everything changed anyway. So I didn't bother.
You can hear the sadness in his voice. This is sad.
I don't want her no more then.
Oh, so you just kind of like, you know, when you were in prison, you just kind of fell out of love with her? You just knew?
Well, I fell out of love when I got out. But to the day I got out, I was still in love with her. I know I said some bad things in letters, which I would never do to her, because that's the mother of my kids. You know. I know she had to go through punishment. I went through punishment. In that case, wrecked our whole life. You know, I only wanted to be married once. And they took it away from me. And that's why I had all that bitterness in me and everything else. But once I got out, the doors out of prison, all that hate left. You know, I didn't have it no more. You know, I don't know where it went. It disappeared. That's where I felt. That was, I don't know, finally it was over. But then all of this stuff happened now. And I don't know which way to go again. And it seems like everybody's against me.
What do you mean, everybody?
Well, everybody in the law enforcement and everything else. Like they're trying to do everything, make me look bad, and say I did it when I didn't do it. They will investigate nothing else. I don't see no investigation going on in everybody else. Which, you know, people see a vehicle down in a pit. Well, they don't investigate nothing. That's why it seems like I have no way to win, just like last time. Now this time it's happening again. I think if they would investigate more, maybe they could find out who put the vehicle down there. Who's trying to set me up. Because I would never kill nobody. It don't make no sense to me, just like before, with the rape. It didn't make no sense to me. I couldn't figure it out. But then the truth came out. So I don't know how long I gotta be waiting on this for the truth to get out. Do I have to do 20 years before the truth comes out? Or is it ever gonna come out? I don't know.
Well, how, I mean, Stephen, you know, I'm just thinking about what we've been told about what happened down there. You know, we don't know a whole lot about what police are saying, but we, you know, they told us they found, you know, your blood in her car, and that you had never been in her car.
No, Julie, I need to drink
Yeah.
more water.
You had
Absolutely.
never been in her car.
No. But they said there were drops of blood. And with my hand, if I was driving it, there would be blood all over.
No, Sheena, this call is from 2006.
My bathroom.
It is February 4th, 2006, when he was in jail.
They got evidence for that. And they don't search my place 3 times and find a set of keys. You know, like the last time. Then 9 o'clock finds them. You know, it don't make no sense.
Well, I guess, like, I mean, I'm just telling you what we've been told. We've been told that, you know, the key, they thought it might be, like, in the back of your bookcase or something like that. That it might be hidden in there and that, you know, it fell out or something.
Okay, the bookcase is all closed in, except for the front. And it was laying there. I seen a picture of it. It was just laying there in the open.
Well, Stephen, is there any way that you think, somebody, that knows you, could have, I mean, I guess do you strictly think this was Manitowoc County who did this to you?
They got all the sources for it. I was thinking about Candy, too, because she really hates me. And maybe her family helped her. But I still think it's Manitowoc County. I still think that.
So you think it was only Manitowoc County and not, like, the other places that were out there? Because there were a lot of police out there.
No, I'm not saying that. Just Manitowoc.
Just Manitowoc?
Yeah. Because when I heard the state troopers, they searched everything in the first and second day, and they didn't find nothing. Then all of a sudden, they find everything. It don't make no sense to me. Mm-hmm. And then they block off 147. So it's like they're trying to hide something so nobody's seen nothing. They can't drive by. And then Kraft said Manitowoc wasn't involved, and they're involved. I can't figure it out. That's why I'm going to need some help to figure it out.
Well, are your attorneys trying to help you out?
They work for the state again. I don't know. They said they're going to do a good job, but I don't know. I told them about a bunch of stuff, but they got an investigator, and I don't know if they're investigating a lot. I don't hear nothing. See, the other times I always got papers and everything else, what they're investigating and what they got so far. Mm-hmm. I ain't got nothing.
Well, so do you think your attorneys aren't helping you out as much as they should?
Well, they should help me out more. And they always try to get a date where it ain't so close. Always a month or 2 months away. Which they should be in there right away. I don't see why I should be sitting in here for something I didn't do. Until they figure it out.
Well, Stephen, I know there's a lot of people, that are supporting you, and they say, you didn't do this, you couldn't have done this. I've met people who tell me that. I mean, tell me why you couldn't do this. You keep saying that. Why couldn't, well, tell me something that I can share with people so I can tell them this is why Stephen says he couldn't do this.
Well, I've been locked up for 18 years and 6 weeks.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
And me and with everybody in there, and what they all did, and living with them for that time, the period, which, I hated all of them for what they all did. I can't see myself doing none of that. It's hard to explain. I ain't a cruel person. I did some stuff. I did some burglaries and I had my cousin off the road. But I was hanging around the wrong people, and I was young and foolish. And
see, he admits what he does.
It's senseless for me to do all of this. Why would I want to go back to prison and do a life bit for something I didn't do? And I used to watch all of these programs.
That's funny, Becky.
Somebody or murders or whatever. I watched all of that. So I like watching that stuff. But sometimes, when somebody does that stuff, then I get in the mood where, sometimes I can sit there and stop.
I don't know how obviously I wouldn't know how the family feels.
Shouldn't happen. There's a lot of people out there who should be locked up. And I feel sorry for people's family that go through all of this. Which they shouldn't have to.
Do you feel sorry for Teresa's family?
Yes. Yeah, well, look at what they all have to go through. You know, I don't know nothing about their family or what.
I agree with you, Jodella.
Half of that stuff don't make no sense.
Deborah, I'm sure KZ has had her interns listen to all of these.
Which way they turn. It feels bad for me. Everybody's got to hurt. You know, then I feel sad. And I don't know which way to go.
Well, it certainly seems like you have had a lot of awful things happen to you in your life, and now I know when I moved here, Stephen, I heard about you, and I heard about how you spent all that time in prison, and I just couldn't believe it. And I thought, my gosh, I mean, this guy gets out of prison after 18 years. How awful! I mean, how awful that happened to you, and now it's like you're back. It's all happening again. Is it like deja vu?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you, do you want to tell me a little bit about, what happened that day? Because I haven't really heard it from you. I've just heard bits and pieces that, she came to take a picture of that van.
Yeah, well, she took a picture of the van. I come out, I paid her. She went in her vehicle. I stood by the door. She handed me a book. And then she left. And I seen her pull out to the driveway and went towards the high system. And that was it.
So you were in your trailer, is that right?
Yeah.
And she had already taken the picture and you went out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I met her out by the vehicle.
You met her by the van?
Yeah.
Okay. And then from what I understand, you kind of escorted her to her car, is that right?
Well, she was parked just right on the side of it.
I mean, did you talk about anything, or?
No, we never do. No, she just comes and takes a picture and collects the money and gives me the book and the paper. But the last 2 times I never got a paper because there's just more garbage laying around. So the last 2 times I didn't get a paper. I just got the book because I looked at the book.
Michael Halbach helped plant the car, that's for sure.
Plant and everything else, but that was it.
So did Ryan Hilgas.
So you all didn't ever, just talk about anything, hi, how you doing,
No.
You just would walk out and pay her, and...
Yeah, she took the picture, and it's been going on for quite a while.
So you all never chit-chatted?
No, not at all.
So you would just hand her the money and she'd just leave?
Yeah. Maybe once in a while, she'll say hi, whatever. But I think that was at first or something. But most of the time, it was just now, take the picture, collect the money, and give me the book. And that was it.
Bobby and Scott are why Teresa disappeared. But I won't say how or why because there's no proof of what they did.
I mean, what time did she get there, though? I forget what you said. I think you said one time it was, I can't even remember, actually. I don't know, between 1 and 3 or something?
Yeah, 2:30, I think it was.
Yeah, the branches and the stuff on the car was just ridiculous. Plus the way the car was parked, it wasn't hidden in any way. And then Pam,
Was there anybody else
went
around
exactly
when this
there.
was going on, when she was taking the picture?
This call was from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Bobby was home. I don't know if he was sleeping or if he was up or what.
And that's your nephew?
Yeah.
Bobby, it's Daffy, right?
Yeah. Because he works nights, sleeps in the morning, and gets up in the afternoon.
So Bobby was he sleeping at your...
He was sleeping at home.
Okay, so he lives near you?
Yeah, right next door.
Oh, and your sister lives next door, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so Teresa left. I mean, what did you do after that? I mean, what do you do? I don't know what I don't know what it's like out at the salvage yard and everything. So I was just wondering, what do you do?
I went to the house. I put the book in the house. I don't know if I started walking over by Bobby's house and talked to Bobby, and his truck was gone within a couple minutes.
So Bobby was sleeping in his mom's house when Teresa was there, but he'd gotten up and left?
He could have been up, I don't know.
Oh, okay. But he left at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what did you do after that? I mean, because it seems like, I don't know. I mean,
Okay, I just asked Jeff because I'm bad at these things because it's a number. But he says that Barb's trailer is about 300 feet, if that, from Stephen's trailer.
I don't know. I think I was in the garage or outside for a minute.
Well, who did you call? Because, if you called somebody,
Well, I know I talked to my fiance's attorney. I can't remember what time that was. So.
But was it after Teresa left, I guess?
I don't know if it was after or before Teresa was there. It could have been before Teresa was there. I talked to her attorney, or after that. I can't remember. But then Ma come down.
They were right away getting help from Ryan Hilgas. And when you look at the log for who was going on and off the salvage yard property, it was Ryan Hilgas, Mike Albach, and Scott Blodorn. Why are they on the crime scene multiple days?
And later on after that, my brother came down and his friend, and they were looking for rabbits, I think. They stopped for a minute, and then they went up the road a little bit, up through the field, and a little while later they came back.
Yeah, Natasha, that's pretty huge. How does Ryan Hilgas have something that she wrote in
and what brother
that day?
Came down to see you?
That was my brother Earl.
Oh, Earl. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you remember when that was? Because I'm sure you've been sitting around thinking about this. Trying to so you can tell people, this is where I was.
Well, I've been thinking about that. I'm thinking about.
Becky, people have said that the thing that we think are scratches on his hand was handwritten notes. But see, I've always thought that those were scratches that he got from putting the branches in the hood on the raft.
Had I been before that. So probably between 4 and 5 that he was down there. And I was down there about 3:30 or something. Quarter after 3, I don't know, somewhere in there.
So Earl came down with his friend and they were looking for rabbits.
Yeah, so you sit on the crime scene.
Between 3 and 4 or something like that?
I'd have to say between 3:30 and 5. Somewhere there. I can't remember just what time. Because I know they went down the road for quite a while because it was getting dark out and they came back.
Did they stop by on their way back?
No, I was outside. I hollered at them and that.
What did you do after that? What's your day like?
Well, I was mostly in the house. Between that and I was thinking about pulling the snowmobile off the trailer and that. I had to get ready for Tuesday morning. So I had to unhook the trailer.
Yeah, Lynn, I know we've gone over that for years because the logs, but it just, and then the whole thing too, that it's really shady about sometimes people are logged in but not logged out and vice versa. And you're not letting the family go into their own homes, but you're letting those 3 on the premises. Did you deputize them or something? Why are they there? This is after her car's been found. Why are they there?
It was 6:30, 7:30. It was. But I burned some brush back from the neighbor from Redon. And Barbara had 5 tires over there, and I burned 4 of them. And there was still one laying there. But that was done in no time. I only burnt one at a time.
Do tires burn real fast? I mean, I don't know anything.
Well,
I know they smell real bad, right?
Yeah. They smoke a lot. I don't know, within 15 minutes, that tire's done. It don't take about 1, 2, 3, and that was done. And I only burned 4 of them. So I had 5 of them and 5 just golf carts. And I just got them out of the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about the golf cart?
My sister's golf cart, they were in. The tires were in.
Okay. Well, did anybody see you burning the tires?
No, Lynn, you are not.
Call may be monitored or recorded.
Brendan? I went and got Brendan. I mean, he was there with me all the time. But then after when it was done, then he went home, and I went back in the house.
Oh, so your nephew, is that your nephew?
Yeah.
Brendan was hanging out with you when you were burning the tires?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he mostly, when I have a little fire, he comes over, and we sit around the picnic table there, and we're on Bobby's golf cart. The kids driving around.
You love your nephews,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're always, most time with me, doing stuff with me and that.
It must be nice to kind of be around them, too, because, since, don't you only talk to one of your own children, is that right?
Yeah.
So it must be kind of nice to have them around.
Oh, yeah.
And you're real close with your sister, too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, was she home during all this, or?
With the bonfire, she was home for a while, and she had to leave. She had to go to, I don't know, one of her friends, Scotty, go see his mom in the hospital. But then they came back. They seen the fire and everything.
Your sister saw the fire?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, she sees it almost all the time when I have one.
How often do you make fires?
Quite a bit. I burn a lot of brush.
Aren't you a Wisconsin reporter? How often do you burn fires? They all have burn barrels. There's burn barrels all over Wisconsin. People don't want to take the stuff to the dump. They don't have a garbage man that pulls up and takes their garbage. So you burn stuff.
So I burn that.
Oh, Karen, it says it's frozen for her. Is it frozen for anyone else? Karen, you may have to just log out and come back in.
Redon.
Redon, okay.
That's the gravel pit behind me.
Oh, okay. So that's not your gravel pit?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you said Teresa left. She was there for 5 minutes, and she left. She took the picture, and you walked out, and you just handed her the $40. So you guys didn't talk at all.
No, that's almost with all the vehicles.
And so she left.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you think?
Yeah, Mary, I spent my summers in Hayward. Well, actually, Coudray, and they have a burn barrel. You burn stuff all the time. There's nothing crazy and out of the ordinary for somebody to burn stuff there.
But sometimes I got questions on that too. It's from her side. Well, it could have came from maybe she had a brother or sister or some down the line, or somebody died or something. Would have the same bones or whatever. The same, I don't know. I don't know where they got him from. I'm trying to figure that out. I told the lawyer that it could have came from somebody else where they could have got it from and put it there.
Yeah, Julie, I hear you there.
Manitowoc County.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know if you were thinking, somebody else. I don't know. Maybe somebody down the road, I don't know. But, so, after you did the brush and tires, what did you do after that?
Mostly we're in the house. Listen to the radio or watch TV. I have the TV on with the radio on and that. And just lay there. Jody called me a few times.
So you talked to Jody throughout the night?
Yeah. I talked to her 2-3 times that night. Then Tuesday I had to go pick her up. And Tuesday night I went and seen her for a visit. And Thursday we had to go to the auction. And Thursday night we had to go, me and Chucky and Blaine went to Menards, picked up some stuff for Nord. And Friday, Chucky went up north. But the only thing is, there was some strange taillights back by me Thursday night, which we should have drove the whole junkyard and seen, because we did turn around. Chucky did. We came back. I took the flashlight and looked around, but I didn't see nothing. And I knew I'd seen the taillights. But then I never, who would think something like this would happen?
Well, Stephen, what did you do? You said you talked to Jody on Monday night, and then you what did you do after that?
She calls me pretty many times, But most of the time after that, I'm laying in bed then, got the TV on, just sitting there.
What did you do Tuesday morning?
Tuesday morning?
Yeah.
Mostly get up, get all ready. A lot of times I take a shower in the morning, relax a little bit, and get ready, and hop in the truck and go get her, wait for her, and take her to her meeting. So then drive around till I have to pick her up again.
Oh, so you don't go to the meeting with her?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But then I stayed up because it's only for, 2 hours, 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock? Or 9 o'clock? 9 to 11.
The AA meeting?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, but then you went and picked her up and took her back to the jail, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I went back to the yard and I started to work.
What do you do for work out there? What kind of stuff do you do?
Strip cars, rip them apart. If somebody needs something, bring it in, take it off. Motor, tranny, spindles, whatever. Then we rip them apart. Or strip them, get them ready for the crusher.
So is that kind of like what you did on Tuesday?
Yes.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
That's what I mostly did almost that whole week.
I agree, Jodella. You asked me what I did. What did you do Tuesday morning? Oh, God, I don't know. When was Tuesday? What day is this?
I think it was 11 o'clock. Because I had to make them call her lawyer, because she'd been bugging me to call her lawyer and see what was going on. So I finally did that.
Natasha, I was thinking the same thing.
But most time I'm up between 6:30.
Mary, he seems to be nice to everybody but his family.
Go to work at 8 o'clock.
He was always nice to me.
Then I get up at the same time, 6:30, 6. Then I get the flatbed, drive it over.
Yes, it's you always hurt the ones you love.
Come back home, I drop them off at home so you can get changed, drive the car back. And I take the truck back and go home and change and go to work. That was almost every Thursday. But that don't make sense with how our vehicle got down there. I got the crushers down there. I do this stuff all the time. I'd have just crushed it, But I didn't do it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have stuck around. I'd have left if I would have done it. That's a life bit, And I just came out of there.
So So you said if you did this, you would have crushed the car and you would have gotten the heck out of town.
Well, I wouldn't even crushed it. I'd have left. I'd have took off.
So if if you had done this, you said you would have just taken off?
Yeah.
And left the car there?
Yeah. If I did. If I knew it was down there. If I put it down there, that's what I did. If I was going to do a crime like this, I'd have crushed it and got rid of it. Because we had the crusher in. It was right there. We got the loader. I took it down there, put it in the crusher, and hauled it out. That's why it just don't make no sense.
But you said Tuesday you just came home from the AA meeting at like 11 and started working on the cars. Is that right?
Probably was 12. Probably closer to 12. Because 11 o'clock I had her back at the jail. It takes about half an hour to get home. And I changed and went out to work. I drive my car. I drop off my truck. And then I take my car up there because I only use my truck for her because I got insurance on that. So that's the only thing I can take with her.
Yeah, how would he remember it's Halloween? He doesn't have any kids around him.
When you go to work,
yeah, nobody's coming trick-or-treating at the junkyard. You don't know it's Halloween.
Because I've never really been out there. I mean, so you have to drive to get out there?
Yeah. Well, you don't have to. I can walk. But I'd rather drive up there.
Do you remember what you did like Tuesday night at all, or
Tuesday night, I went and seen Jody. I visited. Visiting starts at 7. And I mostly hour or a little over an hour I stay there.
When did you get done working that day?
Tuesday?
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
Is that the same all the time?
Yeah.
So do you work Monday through Friday?
Yeah.
Oh. So Monday after Teresa left, did you go back to work?
No, I stayed home.
Oh, you stayed home?
Yeah, I stayed home. I didn't feel like going back to work. I just felt like, I got lazy. First time in a while that I got lazy.
So you weren't at work when she got there. You were in your trailer.
Yeah, I was at home.
Did you even go to work that day?
Yeah. I worked 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock.
Okay. Well, I remember, I was at that preliminary hearing, and I saw that car all hidden up with the trees and the car parts and stuff. What do you think of that?
I don't know. That one day there was planes flying around, and that vehicle, you would have been able to see it because it was shiny. It's new. It was 99. And we don't put them down there if it's old. I mean, it's new. The newer ones go up on top. They go behind the garage. They don't go down there. So it would have stuck out. That's why
Common sense again. So why would you put the new car in the old car spot? It would stick out. But if you're not from the yard, you wouldn't know that.
When were you in the pit with Earl?
Really, Becky? They see that as huge? Half a day off? Really? Okay, then. That's hilarious to me.
Thursday, probably somewhere around.
Right, Lynn. Yeah. Earl and Robert Fabian, right? That's who the friend was. We're driving around trying to shoot things.
He was frightening his gun.
Frightening it?
Yeah. Yeah, so you can take a deal on it.
Oh, okay. So he's fixing that thing you looked through.
Yeah.
Was that what kind of gun is that? I mean, I don't know what kind of.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. So you were down there, you said Thursday in the pit, and you didn't see the car?
No. That was at 2, 3 o'clock, somewhere in there. I don't remember the time.
And then, what did you do Wednesday?
Wednesday I worked from 8 o'clock.
Earl hardly ever works. Jesus Christ, you scared me. I've just said I want to punch this bitch. So people talking about Stephen taking a half day off, but Earl is driving around shooting rabbits.
I did that quite a few times. So I don't get home till 6, between 6 and 6:30. Sometimes 7 o'clock, once in a while.
Oh, so you go over to your mom's and eat dinner?
Yeah, supper.
He corrects her and says supper. And see, that's something I learned with this. They call dinner lunch, or they call lunch dinner and dinner supper. That's the difference.
Lay around and wait for Jody to call me.
You're right, Joe Della, switch it around. What did you do?
It took me so long to get an answer, you know.
Yeah, that's how us girls get sometimes.
Yeah.
You know. We're a pain in the butt. So, I mean,
Let's rape and kill him and throw him in a fire.
So you said Teresa got there. Like, do you remember, like, in that hearing, that cop said that you, that one guy that he works for the state, he doesn't work for Manitowoc County. He said, like, you called Teresa that morning and everything.
Yeah.
Is that how you usually do it?
No, I called the book. And from there, then they get a hold of her. You know, then I called her because I got her number, her cell phone number. But she didn't answer or nothing. Yeah, once she left, I called her again to have her come back. But she never answered.
Oh, when did you call her after she left?
Maybe within 20 minutes, half an hour. I don't know. I can't remember.
Why'd you want her to come back?
Well, the yard has got a loader. And it's sitting on the
Our ground is just starting to get white now.
We don't use it or whatever. So I said, well, I'll put that in the book too. Maybe it'll go. We can sell it. But then I couldn't get over, so that was it at that then. Because I already told something Earl that, well, why is it sell it? Because we don't use it.
Joe Della's got jokes.
They let it sit there and rock. You know, that was a good idea.
Well, that's weird she didn't call you back. You know, you would think since she's trying to make some money taking pictures that she'd come back and get, I don't know, do you pay her $40 for that too?
Yeah, every vehicle that you pay her $40. But I didn't know with the loader. You know, maybe it could have been a little bit more. I didn't know. I just know every vehicle is $40. Mm-hmm. Well, they got different prices, ranges.
So you called her all morning long and...
I think I tried her 3 times.
Why did you try her so many times?
Don't be sorry. I love it, Joe Della.
I called the magazine twice, I think. Because they didn't know if she
Yuck, Lynn.
or not. And I think I called them back. And she said they should be out because she only got a couple of them. But then in the place in Rivers, I guess a woman from New York went over there and she talking to him. But she couldn't talk to him. They got a lawyer. So she couldn't talk to him. So I think that's fishy too.
But I don't know what you mean.
Well, Teresa was there. They had put some cars in the magazine. That was her spot. You know?
Oh, in Two Rivers?
Yeah.
Like before you, or?
I guess before me or something.
So she went to some lady's house in Two Rivers?
Yeah.
To take pictures of cars?
Yeah.
And they won't talk to you? Is that what you said?
No, they don't talk to somebody that I know was going to go down there. And they called the lawyer, and the lawyer called her. They can't, she can't speak to him or nothing. So that was odd.
I know, Natasha. But you would never think the sane people would get away with doing something to him again. That's just crazy.
Well, who did you want to go down there to talk to her?
Well, it's an investigation. I want to try to picture out everything and see what time she was there and what she all did and whatever. Because there was a period of time that I heard that I wasn't the last one that she had pictures of, and she was somewhere else, and somebody seen her somewhere else.
Has there ever been an excuse why we've never seen what pictures were? Wasn't there like some kind of memory stick or something that was on her passenger seat?
People have testified for that.
Oh, people have testified that they saw Teresa?
No, they said they would testify.
Oh, they would testify that they saw Teresa in Green Bay after she was at your place?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
During that week.
Oh, after Monday.
Brenda, they say that video was made for like a school
Did the cops know about that?
project or something like that. Hello, Marilyn.
Oh.
My investigator found that out.
Well, is your investigator going to tell the cops? Like the Calumet County cops? So they can look into that?
Yeah, I think he's talking about zippers.
I know they're going to probably talk to the lawyer and that and everything else. But
This one has been an hour, and then we did one that was a little about an hour before it.
the vehicle, but he said it was so crowded that he couldn't get the license plate number.
And hello, Matt.
But he said it was 100%. It was her. So, well, it is. I can't figure half of this stuff out. She's alive. After me, that means I didn't do nothing. Why would I go to Green Bay or do something, whatever? Maybe she just picked up a hitchhiker or something. I don't know. So why would she get rid of her car and get another one? It don't make no sense to me. And so I'm trying to rack my brain and think, and I can't. I still come up to a dead end. It don't make no sense.
Well, what did you think of Teresa? I mean, did she seem like she was in a good mood that day, or?
All the time is almost probably about the same thing. She's mostly with a smile on her face and that, in a good mood.
But she didn't talk to you?
No.
She didn't even say hi to you?
I don't think not that time. I think the last few times she didn't say hi. She just hurried up and...
Did you say hi to her?
When she tells me hi, yeah.
Oh, so you just otherwise, what do you do?
No, I just give her the money and...
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Most times when she says hi, I'll say hi back, Otherwise, she does her job and she leaves. She don't shut off her car. She leaves it running. She gets in there and goes.
Well, what did you think of her? Do you think she's like a nice person, or what did you meet people and you think.
Well, she seems real nice, So, besides that, I don't know. We never talked. She took her pictures. When she said hi, it was hi. And she collected the money, and that was it. And she filled out the paper and gave me the paper then. But that was most of what was out to it.
You guys never shook hands or anything like that?
No.
You know how people do business and stuff.
Yeah, that we never did.
Did she, did your brothers ever meet her or anything like that, or your nephew?
Well, there was a few times that she came up on the yard. I was up there. She was looking for me, and then I had to take a break and come down there by me so she could take them pictures. But that was probably 3-4 times that she did that.
Mm-hmm. And I know they were saying they found like all kinds of stuff out there, you know. I don't know, they said, I guess, skin and muscle and handcuffs and leg irons, but you said those handcuffs and leg irons were for your girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
my sister bought some too.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought I'd heard you say.
Yeah.
But when did you buy those?
I don't remember. I'd have to probably talk to my sister. She probably knows the date.
Did you ever like try them on or anything, or?
Yeah. But they were brand new, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my daughter, when she came out, she looked at them. And
So they had been used and stuff.
well, no, not really. They've been on, but they ain't been maybe for a second or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
But you had them on you, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, is that kind of like working out, you know, like, or is it kind of like weird, or, you know, one of those things?
I really don't like them, you know. That's why I figured maybe Jody would, you know. So it's something new.
Barry listened to Jeff, what?
Like
My Jeff or some other Jeff?
Some of that, you know. So I said, well, why don't I try something?
Marilyn, he's talking to the press.
So you're not like into that bondage stuff and all that?
No. I'm willing to try new things, you know.
Mm-hmm. So, but they found all that stuff, I guess, and you said you got that cut on your finger, right?
Yeah.
And when did you get that cut? That looked like a big-ass cut. Oh, pardon me, I'm sorry. That looked like a huge cut.
Well, that was we're up north, and my brother had the farm bit up there that weekend, and we brought the samurai home. We use up there, but I use up there in the woods.
What is it?
It's a samurai, the 4-wheel drive.
Oh, okay.
It's a toy.
Oh.
I beat it up in the woods, you know. And I had a bad home because Brian, my nephew, took it out there and got it stuck in the dust and exhaust on it and everything else. So I brought that back. And there was some tin up there, like off the roof. Some long sheets that I stuck underneath, between the vehicle, between the tires on the front.
Yep, Lynn, that's exactly what she's trying to do.
And I got hold of my finger on it and ripped it open.
Ow.
Yeah. Well, then it kept on breaking open. You know, I took out the transmission and it broke open at the yard. So then I had to go in the house and bandage it up and everything else. And then at home, Thursday, I broke it open again. You know, with Barbara's trailer. So then I had blood in the bathroom, which I didn't clean up.
Why didn't you clean it up? Did you not?
I was in a hurry.
Yeah.
Because I was going with Chucky, and we were going to Menards Thursday night. So then I hurried up and left. And I put a piece of paper around it and left.
So when did you get this cut?
It was a weekend before that.
Okay, so the weekend. I know you guys went up to Crivets like that Saturday when
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Yeah, Saturday morning.
So you got the cut the weekend before when you said you were putting some tin and stuff in a car?
Yeah. Well, on the flatbed.
Okay. And then, you know, you got that cut, and then you guys came back from Crivets. You guys always go up there as a family?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I took Mom up there that weekend. That Saturday morning, she was supposed to clean some chickens up there. Yeah, I was going to cut the heads off, and I was going to have her clean them. That's why we went up there. So that was all set and planned. But then that never got done.
Yeah. So,
Karen, I don't believe there was a single journalist that believed in his innocence.
You know, the day before you guys went up to Crivets? I mean, what were you doing that day? I know Olga came out and talked to you.
Who?
Olga from my channel. From my station.
Exactly, Jodella. That's so what do you do in bed? Just
I don't remember.
okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. A bunch of people, I think, came out and saw you. So when you found out, Teresa, when, you know, it came on the news that she was missing, I mean, what'd you think?
Well, I didn't know that till the cop came to the yard and asked if Teresa was out there. I said, yeah. She was out here for about 5 minutes and left. And that was it. Then she left.
See, Julie, it seemed that way that he thought innocent, but then I think he went full on guilty.
And then I was in the house, my mom, and brothers were out there in the garage, and they heard my truck on the scanner.
Julie.
Scanner.
Your brother, your truck on the police scanner?
Yeah, they ran the license plate when they were down by me. And the girl come up in the house, or Chucky did. He says, "Where's your truck?" I says, "At home, why?" And then, well, it was just on the scanner. He says, "At home." I says, "I can't go nowhere. I got the keys."
Ooh, Lynn.
So then me and Mom said, "Let's take a ride down there." So we were going down there, and we met these cops that detectives. And they said, "Oh, can we check your place out?" I said, "I don't care." I said, "Well, follow me down there. And I'll open the doors." So I opened the door, let them in. They searched it. They looked through it, and that was it. Then they left.
And that was Thursday?
It was Friday.
Oh, that was Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. So they searched your place Friday, but not Thursday, or?
Not Thursday, just Friday.
Just Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, what did you think when they said, you know, this girl's missing?
I couldn't believe it at first. She was there. And that was it. You know, I didn't think, not now, but it's on Friday.
Yeah, Lynn.
It's going to look good again. And people have been telling me.
Let's see. When you listen to Stephen here, does this sound like a liar? And his story never changes. You girls are getting quite frisky.
And when Chucky seen headlights by him when he left up north Friday night, then I started to sink in a little bit more. I said, "Oh, it just don't seem right." I seen Taylor Thursday night, and Chucky seen headlights back by him. He called me up, told me to go down there and look. So me and Bobby hopped in my truck, and we went by his house. But we didn't see nothing. But that was another time. We should have searched the whole junkyard. I should have went through every row, you know. But I didn't. And maybe I would have found her vehicle or whatever. Mm-hmm. Because then if I would have found it, I'd have called the cops then, you know.
Well, what do you think about, like, the blood? And I think there was some blood they found in your garage.
I don't know.
Do you think that's Teresa's blood?
I don't know.
What if it is?
They must put it back. I don't know. It could be some deer blood in there.
Deer blood?
Yeah. Just like Barbara's garage, there was deer blood too.
In Barbara's garage?
Yeah, because we hang them up in the garage and clean them out.
What about, like, the sheep bones and stuff? I know you said you thought maybe those bones they found out there were sheep bones.
Yeah.
Why do you guys have dead sheep out there?
Well, my dad used to have sheep in the yard. You know, and sometimes they die, then they just lay there.
Oh, I never heard that before, that they used to have sheep.
And that's why I figured, well, maybe they wanted the sheep, you know. Because Ma told me Well, sometimes he died and he was laid there, you know. He didn't have time to clean it up. So that's what I figured, maybe it was sheep bones.
So do they just kind of sit there and rot?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's gross.
Why do you guys have sheep out there?
Well, they have sheep because of the grass. They eat the grass. They keep the grass down. You know.
Makes perfect sense.
But you don't have sheep out there anymore?
No. No, they got rid of them. They sold them.
So what do you...
Julie. Yep.
I guess how do you...
Well, no, he wouldn't like sheep. He'd only like lamb.
It's weird because it's like her car's out there. They said your blood's in there. You know, they found her, you know, I guess her bones in your burn pit and all this stuff. And,
Call from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
What did you notice anything out in that burn pit, you know, after Monday night?
No. No. Well, I never... The only time when I go back there, I only go as far as the dog poop. When I feed the dog. And that was it. I don't go away to the back there where the burn pit is.
Ooh, Sheena. There's so much to make to this case outside of making a murderer.
Did you burn anything after that?
No.
Not the whole week?
No.
But Brendan was with you when you were burning that stuff?
Yeah.
So did he, like, tell the cops that?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, you think he did?
Yeah, I think he did.
So, you know, you said Teresa left there, and, you know, you called her back, but she didn't call you. Is that right?
Yeah.
And she just left, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know you're probably sitting around there thinking. I know you got a lot of time to think. I mean, you don't know how, like.
Sheena, if you ever have any questions, I don't know if you're in our MAM gossip group, but that would be a good place if you have questions about things and people can really talk you through it.
But what about Teresa's blood?
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Well, they'd have access to that.
Oh, Stephen, I need to change the tape.
Okay.
Well, I know I want to ask you all about the sexual assault allegation again, just so we can get something on that, because I know we want to put that on the air at 10 to have your side of the story.
Yeah.
Do you think you would call me back tomorrow?
And see, Sheena
You can?
is why I always tell people in MAM gossip when somebody posts something and they're like, we talked about that 3 years ago.
Like what time?
Every day, Stephen Avery Project gets messages from people who just watched Making a Murderer for the first time. So there's no reason to get bitchy that somebody just found the case. So, help them out. Don't be an asshole about it.
So you just don't know how any of that, bones, the blood, and the car, and all that stuff got out there?
No.
Why do you think somebody took the plates off that car?
I don't know. They said they found the plates on another vehicle or something. I don't know.
If Stephen is innocent, why would he know any better than anybody else why somebody would take the plates off the car? Why would he have any idea? He didn't do it. I don't know. I don't know why they took the plates off and put them in a car down by Chuck's house.
Because they seen a vehicle come in. But I just heard that a couple days ago.
When did they see the vehicle come in?
I don't know. We didn't get that far yet. But somebody seen a vehicle to go down and we down the pit. And I don't know if it never came out or not.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in, I don't know, that weekend or he said or something. There was a house by we down, where they got the gravel pit.
And what do you think, it seems like the stuff is just kind of all over the place. Like her camera, I guess, and cell phone were in that burn barrel. And her clothes.
I don't know. There should be clothes in there. Because Jody put some clothes in there before she left. That she told me.
And when did you burn in that burn barrel last?
I think maybe Jody was the last one to burn in there.
That's an excellent point, Lynn. You can listen to all
I
sides.
haven't burned in there. I had 2 boxes in there of soda.
Well, because sometimes it's good to laugh.
And I just threw them in there.
All right. Well, Stephen, tell me about this sexual assault thing again, and let's not talk about names because we can't put Marie's name on TV. But
She is over 18.
well, we can't. But we can't say it because they didn't tell us, and we could get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Really? They can't say Marie's name?
What do you think happened with all this?
Becky, Tracy Keogh is a wicked bitch. Oh, I've got stories on that one.
I was going someplace. She asked to ride along. I want to go up north. We went up north almost every weekend. You know, fishing, ice fishing, and all of that. You know, and I guess
Tracy Keogh is part of why Barb cut me off from Brendan. She's nasty.
You know, she took that in because she was mentioning my name all the time. Maybe there was something going on. But because I sit down and I listen, you know. I was just her friend and listening to her and having a fun time, go fishing, catch some fish.
Aha. Okay, Natasha. Yes, I get that now. Where's the popcorn today? It's in my cabinet. I'm not hungry enough for the popcorn right now.
To get it going, get it ready.
I know I'm supposed to be dieting, and I fell off Wednesday night because I was at a meeting and they were serving pizza.
In New Year's, she came along with me, and we went to my brother's kid. We had a party there, and got my sisters, you know. And that was about it. She was at home all the time. She was barely home. And her mom thinks there was something going on between us, which there wasn't. She was doing stuff.
Well, Wednesday was crazy for me because I drove the 2.5 hours to the prison.
Did you ever touch her?
No.
And then I was at the prison from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Then I drove 4 hours to Chicago and went to that meeting and then got home about 10 p.m. Yeah, Jonella. Yep, I remember what I did on Wednesday.
You know, she can work on a car. She can take a car apart. You know, she can fix it. I can handle anything.
Lynn, the sad thing is that even if Stephen is free to, you know, there's a good chance Brendan never will be because he confessed.
Do you usually wrestle around?
So you basically need proof of who actually did it and convict them.
You know, sometimes, you know, she liked goofing around, you know, and that was it. Then the next time, you know, she'd have a attitude. You know.
Well, I heard they're saying that, you know, the DA told us that, you know, the victim.
Only a dog likes a bone. I like that.
What do you think that means?
I don't know.
Petra, I used to be that way. So I totally understand. Before I had my son, I was super, super skinny and was made fun of for that too. And could eat everything I wanted.
So you don't know you don't know where they got this idea? Or where they got all this?
No, probably from her mother.
So you don't think you don't remember any time where, you know, you were hanging out with her and, you know.
You touched her? No. No.
She didn't ever. You never had. You said you didn't have sexual contact with her.
No.
Okay.
No, I won't like myself. You know, I met a lot of people in prison like that, and I don't like them. I can't stand no child molester. You know, I hate that.
So just tell me, Stephen, I just need to hear your
Oh,
own
man.
words. What? I mean, did you sexually assault this girl?
No, not at all. She's my niece. We just spent time together. That's all. We're fishing, just like anybody else would. You know, I didn't see my kid. I can't see my kids except for that one. And a picture with this.
Yeah, I'm so sad for Brendan. And anybody with half a brain cell can tell that his confession was coerced.
So this took some place for that.
So, what do you think about this latest allegation?
I think they're trying to make me look bad. You know, they're trying to get all the dirty stuff that they can, just to make me look bad.
Why do you think that it took so long, though? I mean,
yeah, Lynn, I don't want to listen to the Brendan calls if they get them.
All of a sudden, they're saying
that would be really tough.
They're finding out
because they're trying to think how they can keep me in jail if I go to trial. You know, they're trying to think of ways.
You're right, Kat, because even starting with the Michael Kelly thing, check if you're sorry for what you did or check you're not sorry for what you did. And now draw this. And over here in the corner, draw this. And why don't you draw that?
Why do you think, though, that all of a sudden, you know, I guess this got reported back in 2004. Is that right?
Yeah, and they did the investigation. There was nothing.
But why all of a sudden this person's cooperating and everything? And
she did before.
Oh, Marie did?
Yeah. And she told me before nothing happened. You know? She talked to a lot of people before.
When you, did you ever talk to her, you know, when this was all going on and they were investigating? Did you ever say anything to Marie? Like, did you ever ask her where this came from?
No.
You guys never talked about it?
No.
I mean, what do you think of Marie?
She's a nice, hard-working girl. You know?
These are the selected calls, Elizabeth.
Yeah, she can do it.
Let's talk about your prison letters again, like to your wife. I just want to make sure I have this all straight. Why did she say she filed for divorce from you?
I told her to go for a divorce. Told her to get out of my life, get on with hers.
You told her to divorce you?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
This is from CBS 5, I think is what she said. Yeah, CBS 5 is who this woman is.
Kids out there, and back and forth. And it always going to last for so long, you know. Not everything else that I hear in there. America's only lasts for so long, and that's it. Then they get divorced. Which I figured I might as well make it easier on both of them.
This call lasts an hour and a half. I don't know if Dean gets upset about this. He should, since Stephen's been told to shut up and not talk to press.
Writing her these letters. I mean, they're pretty. You know, they're pretty scary.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you. I promise.
Right. His calls to Lori have nothing to do with what happened with Teresa. How many years ago were those letters? Yep, that's Jeff putting in our new floor, Petra.
With all the stuff happening, I'm in there for something I didn't do, and she knows it. And there was some stuff, you know, you write down and you just let it go, you know, or you write it and then you feel better.
This call was from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Do you think that writing that stuff and maybe, you know, saying you're going to do this stuff, did that make you feel better?
Well, No, but it made me feel that I'm trying to win her back, because I always loved her a whole bit,
So you thought by telling her you were going to kill her that that would win her back?
At that time, yeah, with all the shit we've been going on. She knew I didn't mean it.
Yeah, none of this has anything to do with Teresa Halbach.
And then she tells me she was going to kill my kids and kill herself or pick the truck up by the railroad tracks. And
did you think about this stuff a lot when you were in there? Like how you're going to write these letters and, saying you were going to cut out her genitals and stuff like that? I mean, did you think about that a lot?
No, it's just time where I'm depressed. And then I think of something. And then I write her.
Let me look and see how much longer we have left of this call. We only have 4 minutes left.
I was scared and didn't know which way to go.
Was it just kind of something that would pop into your head and you just do it?
Yeah.
When this call is over, we will end this video and start a new one. The second one is call number 4, or next one is number 496 from February 7th. It's an hour long.
The kids you were going to kill her with a gun and do all this. Did you do that?
I don't know what I said. I don't remember with all of them.
You don't remember telling the kids that you were going to
I understand Stephen wanting to show the other side of that. But it also just goes with, this has nothing to do with what happened to Teresa. Stephen being there when a cat was burned has nothing to do with what happened to Teresa. Stephen pointing a gun at his cousin and forcing her off the road has nothing to do with Teresa.
But that was the wrong way to do it. I thought about it a lot of times that I screwed up. I shouldn't have wrote that like that with the kids and used the kids with it. But then she used the kids right back at me with this.
I don't recall what her name is, Natasha.
Do you sit around and, have you ever thought about actually cutting somebody's private parts out like that?
No.
You don't think about stuff like that?
No.
Well, Stephen, I got to get off the phone. We want to put you on the air at 10 o'clock. How late are you allowed to talk on the phone?
The phones are on until 11 o'clock.
Oh, they're on until 11 o'clock? Yeah. Do you want to call me back tonight, or do you want to call me back tomorrow?
No, tomorrow would be good.
Tomorrow would be good?
I'm saying, if the lawyer would have did his job back then.
What?
If the lawyer would have did his job back then.
You're right, Elizabeth. When people want to talk about supporters and claim that we don't care about Teresa, look at all these people that Teresa is lost. It's called MAM for making a murderer, Sheena. MAM gossip.
To testify.
Do you think your wife had a right to feel kind of scared? Your ex-wife?
Yeah, probably.
Do you think Santa is real?
I don't blame her. Because this case, we went through hell on it.
Did you really want to scare her?
By thinking about it, no. But at the time I did. And that's all I wanted to do was scare her. Because I didn't want to be alone.
Cheesy poofs.
I wanted to feel something when I got out and she was there. But then she married my sister's ex-husband, so that was it.
Poor Lyd.
Okay. Well, Stephen, I got to get off here, but you're going to call me back tomorrow at like 12:30?
Yeah.
You'll call me back?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I really thank you for calling.
Don't do it, Stephen.
And I hope we can talk more tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Well, you going to call around noon?
Yeah, something like that.
Great. Thanks, Stephen.
All right, then.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
So that's it for that stupid reporter. Oh, my God. I know, you know, she's just trying to get something, anything that'll be different than that's out there. You know, if it bleeds, it leads. But it's just so frustrating because you're right. Teresa is lost. Yeah, I know. We've yelled that so many times, Lynn. Teresa is lost. And you're asking Steven stupid shit that have nothing to do with finding Teresa Halbach's killer. So, suppose if you ain't got nothing else, we'll end this one and I'll start the next video, which, like I said, that will be another hour-long video. So, investigation continues.